All right, so let me make sure that y'all can see everything. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so what we're going to be doing is a nice early morning stream. Give me like 2 minutes to get something set up, really. All right. Like I said, just get into something that's like comfortable. We're gonna try to play some music too. Hopefully, it's not. Yeah, give me like a hot second. We're gonna swap into some shorts because it's gonna get hot a bit. So, all right, Coolio. So, like I said, we're just gonna be like calm, cool, collected with it. We're just gonna start off with a plank for like a minute or two. The way how we're gonna structure things is we're gonna do like two sets of like if we're doing push-ups, we're doing like sit-ups, whatever the hell, right? We're basically just going to do two sets of 10, and then for we're gonna incorporate like a last set into it where it's just until failure. So first off, we're just gonna do like a plank, all right, for 1 minute. All right, that's 61 seconds. I'm gonna change my music for a little bit, so like think of being like an ocean, a wave, or something like that, right? You're just relaxing. You're doing whatever you can throughout. Give me like 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. So, we're gonna give like a 30-second grace period where it's just you can relax, chill, drink water, whatever the heck you'd like, and then we go right back into it. That sound pretty good to y'all? Hopefully it does. We're gonna do another minute of planks if that's alright. I know first thing we probably should have did is stretch, so we're gonna do that after like the other second of planking. I'm gonna go ahead and move some of these things so that way later I'll show y'all some stuff. Actually no, I really don't need to move them. Alright, 10 more seconds and then another minute of planking, so may as well go ahead and get you a sip of water if you'd like. Let me go ahead and tie this before we get started. Yeah, I'm really just stalling, but hey. Alright, let's go. One more minute, just one more minute of planking. Hey, before, I know I keep stalling, but genuinely, when you are working out, get as comfortable as you can at first is the best thing I can tell you. Do something that you're comfortable with because literally, any exercise is better than no exercise, so make it to where it's like enjoyable, fun. Well, let's really get back into it. Alright. You know, I want to say, I know I keep backtracking sometimes, but like, planking until failure, that can literally be like a long time for a lot of people, so we're gonna like skip that part. Alright, before we move on to the next part, right? We're gonna do stretches for about 30 seconds to a minute apiece. So what we're gonna do is basically just stretch our arms like that, and then the other way for like 30 seconds each. But we're gonna have like a 30-second rest period between all of it, if that's okay. So let's wait the full 30 seconds. Like I said, literally just any type of exercise is better than no exercise. It's just the little stuff does add up. That's why it's like if you do it daily, make it light. But it's like if you want to go hard at it, I have literally no problem with that. Or if you want to keep it somewhere in the medium, right? Where it's like you exercise like one day and then the next day rest period. Then the day after that, it's like you go right back at it. I haven't been keeping track, so I'm gonna just say 10 more seconds. So. Alright. Now, like I said, we're just gonna stretch until we pretty much get around to push-ups. Like I said, we're gonna start with arms, then we're gonna do legs, and we're pretty much just gonna like get flexible, you know? A whole lot of BS before you really get into it. Think of like before you do sports or something like that. So alright, let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. You want to like cross your arm like that right there on top. You can even put it in between that right there, and you want to like pull and tighten up on it like that, right? And you're going to just twist your body this way. Because look, this is also going to help like twist your sides too, and also your arm out. So we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Just so y'all can see. Five more seconds. All right. Reel it back in to the other side. Just wait 30 seconds at max. Pretty much inhale. Exhale. And then be ready to do it to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Place it in the middle. Grab. And bam. Just like that. Alright, there we go. As for this next part, we're pretty much just gonna like stretch to our toes and stuff like that. So we're gonna have them spread out. Spread out the one that you want to do. Like this right here, this is my left. It looks like my right to y'all, but this is my left. So stretch out as good as you can for that leg, and you know, just bend down. All right, 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, hold on. My bad. I just realized that we did it completely wrong. You're supposed to at least touch both of them at first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you gotta hold this for 30 seconds. It's gonna suck. My phone was getting lit up with texts. Alright, that should have been 30 seconds. I do a lot of internal counting, so I try not to be obnoxious if, like, let's say you're maybe out in public or just, I don't know, just, I don't like to be too loud. Well, not gonna lie to you, it depends. Alright, we're gonna do two things with the leg specifically. Well, two more things really. Stretch out like that and just basically boom. Other one, bam, like that. And then we're also gonna be doing pretty much that. Might help you out with fancy footwork like that. Da, 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 da. See some stuff like that. Just hit them with a smooth move and well, bam. Now it's slow right now, but like I said, it's just a warm up. So, all right, 5 seconds till we go into the next one, or 30 really. You might have been tired, so I'm gonna go in 5 seconds. You can do whatever you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go. Left side first. Stretch it out as far and as comfortable as you can get it in 30 seconds. Alright, that's the left foot done. Stretch out the other one and be prepared. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, should have been 30 seconds on that one right there. And you want to get ready for the next one. So, starting off with the other foot, the left one, try to give like your right foot that break, you know what I mean? Alright, next 5 seconds, be ready. Swap it over, and let's go. Now, like I said, you're just going to be grabbing it. You can grab it with 2 hands like that. One hand, whatever you feel comfortable with, as long as it's back. Stretch it as far as you can. Think of like yoga in a weird sense. And you're going to do that for like 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. Oh, fudge. Well, may as well just tilt with it now. It helps you with stability, I tell you that. Ugh. That should have been 30 seconds, good lordy. But yeah, if you do it with two hands, it's like gonna suck a little bit at first because you know your stability is like thrown off. But you mainly do that to just stretch and form up more of your stability. Like, say for example, you want to go and throw a kick, right? If you don't have your arms tucked in when you throw that kick, like this, like, and you throw that kick, your stability is gonna be off. Cause look, now when you have your arms tucked in like that, right? Like, for example, like get into a stance, whatever works for you. Like, this is like my default stance. Something like that. And when you go in to throw that kick, kind of like tighten up your guard like that. And ta-da, something like that, right? Now we're gonna transition back to the other foot. Let me change my music real quick.
Amazing pulls out all the stops. Amazing starts at CSL Plasma. Donate plasma today and receive a...
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing with the other foot. Get to just some type of comfortable pain, some pain that you feel comfortable with, and go from there. Ready, set, go. And that should be 31 seconds. Now, you'll notice whenever you are like pulling on them like that, you see like this area, this like part right here up on your leg, it's gonna feel like you're pulling on that, but it's like you're bolting it out more. Just the stretching, you're just stretching all of it out. Think of like, this is gonna be kind of weird to say. How many of y'all are JoJo fans? Just think of like Kira. Yeah, just straight up think of like Kira, like how we talked about. I just do 30 minutes of stretching and stuff like that a day, and who knows? You might be able to get something like that. Let me change music one more time. I need something a little bit more upbeat. Okay, this is ironically just a little bit more upbeat for me, so we're gonna rock out with it. Alright, we're gonna do another arm stretch. This time, touching the cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the way how you're gonna do this is simple. You grab one arm like that and just stretch it over as far as you can go. All right, 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, what that's gonna do is, remember how we did this and you twist it to go over to like this side? It will work out that side, that part of your body. But now whenever you do those stretches, basically, you're doing that entire side. Because that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like it's pulling right there. All right, on to the other side. Ready? We're going to give you like a 5-second period or 30 seconds, whichever works for you, genuinely. It's like Planet Fitness all over again. I just hate whenever some people are like, no, my bad. At Planet Fitness, nobody really should be judging you, but like, it feels like it internally, you know what I mean? But without further ado, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Gotta restart the counter. All right, cool. So now that your body might be slightly relaxed or maybe relaxed, you kind of feel it, right? It's like you feel a little bit of just like I said, that comfortable pain. That's basically your body getting used to it, right? So the next part that we're going to transform into push-ups. We're going to do 10 apiece, but they're also going to be varied, right? We're just going to do one set of fast and the other set of slow. Now, you kind of feel your heart pumping a little bit. I mean, I know I do. I have asthma and stuff like that, so I need more oxygen than y'all. That was a horrid joke, but still. I have my asthma inhaler, but the thing is, just do comfortable workouts. That's all I can say. So, at first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 10 slow push-ups, right? We're gonna try to build up a little bit of your endurance along with just like strength training or conditioning is the best way I can say it. We're pretty much just doing calisthenics, which is what I try to do anyway. All right, you're gonna have a 5-second grace period and then we get into it. To encapsulate that, let me find Let me find a muscle shirt because I don't want to like just take the shirt off and if someone's looking at the thing, I don't want them to go like, oh, you're looking at naked dudes or whatever. Like, all right, my bad about that. I couldn't find any of my muscle shirts, so next best thing. I don't like when exercising having like too baggy stuff because depending on what you're doing, it might interfere. You know what I mean? So like I said, we're gonna do 10 slow push-ups, right? Get into a comfortable position. The reason why I'm wearing like clothing where you can see more of me is so that way you can see like the proper position. Well, not proper position, but a comfortable position. Because you don't want to get into like a weird thing where it's like, let's just say like if you get onto the ground, right? And you want to cross your arms exactly like this, like you cross them and you put them down like that, that can really like strain or hurt you more than it's supposed to, if you know what I mean. So like what I like to do is keep it kind of like close, but not too close. So like, you see how I have my arms like this? You want to think of like being like a dog or something like that, right? Think of like being a four-legged creature. At least you want to have your arms like this, at least level to your head or slightly over. You can put it more to, and that's what helped me out. But it's like, if you go overboard with it, GG. All right, ready, set, go. Oh, my bad. Make sure you do like open palms. Don't like do this like you're fixing to beat on something. 3, 2, 1, go. Now when doing them slow, dip yourself all the way down like this, right? You see how it kind of goes like that? Now I'm going to back up a little bit so that you can see. All right. We're going to do them for real, right? 3, 2, 1. Give yourself like 3 seconds between each push-up, right? So you can at least recover slightly. Or keep going. Like you want to dip yourself all the way down. You're basically lifting your own body weight. We're gonna have like a 15 to 30-second period before we go back into it. All right, let's get right back into it. We waited our 30 seconds. Now this time we're gonna do them fast. Try not to lose form because sometimes it can be kind of easy to. On 5 seconds, we go into it, all right? Try to do it as fast and precise as you can get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's go. There we go. Now, another thing, I'm sorry I forgot to tell you. When you are pulling them in like that, right? You're going to be doing the motion where it's like you're going, you're going to feel your shoulders like it's going to build up a lot of your upper body strength. Let me turn that music down. You're really building up a lot of that upper body strength, so the last thing you want is for your arm to lock up. That's why I said find something comfortable for you. Because you don't want to be like pressing onto something like this and it's like your arm locks up. We're going to drink some water and attempt to go to failure. 30 seconds. You're really going to need the full 30 seconds, man. All right. 30 seconds have gone by. Like I said, we're going to try to go until failure. Just do a lot of inhaling and exhaling. You're going to need it. Like, just breathe with me real quick. Ready? All right, let's get into position. Like I said, get as comfortable as you can. My, set into failure could be very different from yours. either you end up doing more than me or less than me, right? I'm gonna just do like slow push-ups. So the limit we're gonna try to break is 10 once again, all right? Actually, no, we're gonna swap it over to quick push-ups. So one thing I do want to say is, yes, I know I keep backtracking, but I do have to limit mine for like heart and asthma purposes. So it does help, but at the same time, like I said, you don't want to like overload it. 1, 2, 3. Five more. It's like doing 100 push-ups throughout the day, right? You can do it all within one sitting, which I don't recommend unless you have the endurance for it, or you can do it throughout the day. Next thing we're gonna do is sit-ups. "30-second period," by the way. It's gonna be the same way how we do our push-ups: slow, fast, and until failure. Then after that, we're gonna do squats. And hey, you should be straight for the whole day, unless you would like to do more. All right, let's go. So, like I said, get into a comfortable position that you can get into. What I like to do is bind my feet up like this, lower your body like this, right? And I like to cross my arms over like this. Or you can do an X, right? Get these things up as like crunched up as you can like this, and then come up, right? We're gonna do them slow at first. Mine looks like this. Like you're really trying to pull the body up. That's why I was saying, like, if you can crunch your leg like that and come up, it puts like a lot more strain on that. Like, we're gonna try to do it one more time. You can pull it up all the way, but it's gonna be hard. You'll eventually be able to get there. Think of like coming up a hill, right? Ready? Set. Go. 1, 2, 3. Try to keep your feet together as much as you can. Last one. We're gonna make this one real slow. Being like a mummy, right? Ugh. All right, 30 seconds, y'all. All right. This time we're gonna make them fast. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 2, 1, go. Hold up, someone keeps hitting my ass. Yeah. Yeah, fudge. Next one is going to be until failure. Ugh, 30 seconds, you're going to need it. Alright, we should be slightly rested up, so ready for this next part? Remember, until failure. We're going to try to hit 10 minimum, and then we'll carry on the squats. We're going to do them quick. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah. Alright, now we're going to squats. Alright, 30-second period. Ready? My lips are dry. what I used to do for like basic exercise was I kept going until failure, right? It wouldn't be no reps, it wouldn't be no sets, it would just be like until you literally just couldn't do that particular exercise anymore. On some weird like prison style stuff. 20 more seconds, yo. Alright, 20 seconds has passed. So what we're gonna do now is squats. Remember, like I said, get as comfortable as you can with it. I hate having a fat butt, but just try to get as comfortable as you can with it. You're just lowering your upper body like that. Except for we're gonna try to bend your knees kind of going like that. Y'all ready? 10 slow, then 10 fast. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What I like to do is have your hands up like this. Squat, get as low as you can while your knees bend, and we'll bam. Ready, set, go. Slow it first. Or you can do this. Those are kind of slow, but with fast, we're going to try to make it well fast. So 30-second period. My bad, 15. All right. Now fast ones. What are they gonna do until failure? I feel like I'm about to. I need to get my inhaler. I'll be right back.
I'm I am very sorry. For all intensive purposes, we're gonna like end the stream now. Yeah, I know that wasn't much on my end, but I feel like I slightly exerted myself a bit too much. And last thing I need is that coming back to bite me in my butt. So until next time, we're more than likely probably gonna play games or something for the rest of the day. So thanks for being here with me with the exercising, just all that great, fantastical stuff, and for all my people who are inclined with like other ailments or whatever, this is why I was harping and preaching so much about like work to a very comfortable level. It's like my ears are kind of hurting. It's like I can still hear, but it's like an echo from myself. You know what I mean? Especially right there in my left ear. This is why I was saying like any type of exercise is better than no exercise, even if it's little. If you do 10 push-ups a day, right? Think about it. 10 push-ups a day for 7 days. That's a whole week. That's 70 push-ups that you did throughout the week, and it adds up. Instead of like you don't do anything for the whole week. Y'all kind of see where I'm going with this stuff now? Well, until then, please have fun, stay safe. This might be the first time I see you, but I guarantee you it won't be the last time you see me, hopefully. Until then, arrivederci. Oh, dang, how do I end it, though?